Welcome to Here's How We Get There. It's the daily show filled with conversations about business and mental health in a down-to-earth style with real-world language. Now let's dive in with your co-hosts, Kenneth Shark Kinney and Trey Tucker.
All right, Shark, tell us how you take mixed martial arts and you combine it with the need for diversity of thought.
Perfect. So the main ingredient here is mixed. There's so many different forms of martial arts, and I've studied quite a few of them over my life. I love them all. I love it. But what I saw specifically with MMA was really something that I started being able to do a lot more in business, especially in marketing. Because if you ask a lot of people what they do, they look at it through a very too focused, insular point of view through their perspective only. But if you think about how mixed martial artists are today, they study boxing, they study wrestling, they study karate, kung fu, jujitsu, judo. They study all of them and pull them together to make them be much better in their practice. And so something that I think all of us can do is, well, while we may not always have a diversity of friends, or we may not have a diversity of places we go to or things like that, we always need to have a diversity of thought and be able to learn from a lot of different practices and practitioners, regardless of whether or not that diversity comes in the messenger. It could just be understanding a diversity of messages as well. And it's going to help you look at the world in a more diverse way as well. How about you? How do you look at it?
Yeah, I think another way to maybe say it is just be well-rounded. And like you, I love.
But I just articulated it out so well over the last minute and a half. You can't simplify it much better than I just did. So
exactly. What else needs to be said?
Exactly. I think of myself as the one who's well-round. You just put the well-rounded. Anyway, go ahead. I didn't mean to interrupt.
So like you, I enjoy martial arts. I was trained in Krav Maga and Taekwondo, and the principle they taught me is take your strengths and develop those strengths, but don't be so focused on your strengths that you leave weak spots. And like one time they told me, all right, you're pretty good on your feet. That's definitely your strength. But if the fight goes to the ground, you got some serious weaknesses here. So we know you don't like it, because I told them I don't like practicing groundwork. They said, all right, that's great. Stick with your strengths, but also at least be functional, be capable in those areas where you don't like as much. Because if you leave yourself a wide open weak spot, then somebody else, some competitor, whether in business or in an actual fight, is going to find that weakness and take advantage of it. So, Shark, give us one tip to wrap us up.
So I think that the tip I'd like you to apply is, don't just think about the focus only that you have just on the way that you look at the world. Look at it through a variety, make it, again, to your point, well-rounded thoughts to help serve the people that you serve. How about you?
Yeah, to that same point, I think realize where you are in your journey, because leaders who were the ones that built the organization and have seen it succeed, they are often the ones that get stuck in the one fixed mindset. And so a lot of times they need that fresh blood, that fresh perspective or diversity of thought to help them see, all right, here's how we adjust and here's how we continue to grow. So to your point, just side shooting off of that, where are you in the journey of this business? Because don't get stuck in that fixed mindset. Thanks again, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Thank you for joining Shark and Trey on the Here's How We Get There show. Make sure to rate, review, and subscribe to the show, and visit here'showwegetthere.com. That's here'showwegetthere.com.